Exceptional Student Education, ESE, also known as special education, is designed to meet the unique needs of students with disabilities and those who are gifted. Here are the key aspects of ESE. Specially designed instruction, tailored educational programs that address the individual needs of students, helping them progress academically and develop essential life skills. Related services, additional support services such as speech therapy, occupational therapy, counseling, and special transportation that assist students in benefiting from their educational program. Individualized Education Plan, IEP, a customized plan developed for each student, outlining specific goals, services, and accommodations necessary for their success. Inclusive Education, efforts to integrate students with disabilities into general education classrooms and activities whenever possible, promoting social interaction and equal opportunities. Transition Services, support for students as they move from school to post-school activities, including higher education, vocational training, and independent living. Parental Involvement, active participation of parents in the decision-making process, ensuring that their child's needs are met and their rights are protected. ESE aims to provide a supportive and inclusive environment where all students can thrive and reach their full potential. Is there a specific area of ESE you'd like to delve into further? Tiered instruction is an educational approach that involves providing different levels of support based on students' needs. This method helps ensure that all students receive instruction that is appropriately challenging and supportive. Here's a breakdown of the 3 tiers. Tier 1, Universal Instruction. Description: this tier includes high-quality, research-based instruction provided to all students in the general education classroom. Focus: the goal is to meet the needs of the majority of students through effective teaching practices. Examples: whole class lessons, differentiated instruction, and formative assessments to monitor progress. Tier 2, Targeted Group Interventions. Description: this tier provides additional support to students who are not making adequate progress in Tier 1. Focus: small group interventions that are more focused and intensive than Tier 1. Examples: small group tutoring, targeted skill-building activities, and more frequent progress monitoring. Tier 3, Intensive Individual Interventions. Description: this tier offers individualized and intensive interventions for students who continue to struggle despite Tier 1 and Tier 2 supports. Focus: highly personalized instruction tailored to the specific needs of the student. Examples: one-on-one tutoring, specialized programs, and comprehensive evaluations to identify underlying issues. Tiered instruction is part of a broader framework known as Response to Intervention (RTI), which aims to identify and support students with learning and behavior needs early on. Is there a particular tier or aspect of tiered instruction you'd For third-grade students, there are several key documents. For students receiving Tier 2 and Tier 3 interventions, several key documents are typically required to ensure they receive the appropriate support and monitoring. Here are the main documents needed. Tier 2 students. Universal screening data, results from assessments used to identify students who need additional support. Progress monitoring data, regularly collected data to track the student's progress and the effectiveness of interventions. Intervention plans, Detailed plans outlining the specific interventions being implemented, including goals, strategies, and duration. Parent communication logs, records of communications with parents about their child's progress and the interventions being used. Referral forms, documentation of the referral process, including reasons for referral and initial assessments. Tier 3 students. Comprehensive evaluation reports, in-depth assessments that provide detailed information about the student's academic and behavioral needs. Individualized intervention plans, highly personalized plans that specify the intensive interventions and supports being provided. Progress monitoring data, more frequent and detailed data collection to closely monitor the student's response to interventions. Meeting notes, records from meetings with the intervention team, parents, and other stakeholders discussing the student's progress and any adjustments needed. Parent consent forms, signed forms indicating parental consent for the intensive interventions and any evaluations conducted. These documents help ensure that students in Tier 2 and Tier 3 receive the targeted support they need and that their progress is closely monitored and adjusted as necessary. Is there a specific aspect of Tier 2 or Tier 3 interventions you'd like to know more about? Here are 20 common accommodations provided to students to support their learning needs. Extended time, allowing extra time to complete tests and assignments. Preferential seating, seating the student near the teacher or away from distractions. Frequent breaks, providing short breaks during tasks to help maintain focus. Audiobooks, using audio versions of textbooks and reading materials. Visual aids, incorporating charts, diagrams, and other visual tools to enhance understanding. Modified assignments, adjusting the length or complexity of assignments. Use of technology, allowing the use of computers, tablets, or other devices for writing and research. Note-taking assistance, providing copies of notes or allowing the use of a note-taker. Quiet testing environment, offering a separate quiet room for taking tests. Oral responses, allowing students to give verbal instead of written answers. Spelling assistance, using spell checkers or